Hello and welcome to BI Publisher Basics and Beyond. In this chapter, we are going to look at cross-tab reports. We're going to use the at column and at cell to build this cross-tab report. We have so in this particular topic, we have a couple more videos. So the first one will be a simple one, then we will take you to a little bit more complex, and there's another video that gives you a little more advanced features. So our objective is to give you an idea about building cross-tab reports using BI Publisher. So before we continue, as always, there's a zip file right below this video, which will have all the files that I've used for this lab. Feel free to download them and try it for yourself. Also, make sure you have BI Publisher add-in installed. So, what are we going to do? So our goal is to transform a report, something like this, to a tabular format where you're going to take the year and you're going to display the companies horizontally and display the amounts appropriately. So I'm not going to discuss the data extraction part. So the XML is pretty simple. It'll have results as the root, and underneath the result we'll have company, year, sales, and all the information that's required. So we'll get started with the basic template. So I've saved the Word file as an .rtf file. I've imported the sample XML file. I'm going to build the table. Just going to build a basic table. I'm going to select all. So let's go ahead and test it. So we get the basic results, but this is not the results that we want. We want them to be horizontal. Let's go ahead and get started on it. So I have created a sample file, a simple file. It has a header region, which have all the different steps. The first step is to build for each by the year. Then we're going to add the company. Then we're going to say it. So we'll start from the bottom. So we will go and see what we have done here. So I'm going to import the file again. I'm going to look at the field browser. So I'm going to group the results by year. So I'm going to group the results by year. So first thing I'll do is look at the results. So I'm going to look at XML. I'm going to group the results by year. So we're going to do that first, and let's go ahead and test it out. So we got the unique years. Now the next thing is to build the crosstab for the company. So we would use the at column to build that. So let's go ahead and see the sample. So we said, so if I look at here, so I'm using at column and I'm going to regroup it by company. So let's go ahead and run this out. So I've created the at column. That column would basically build a column for each occurrence of the data. So let's go ahead and try this out. So we can see the each column is made into a different table. Let's go ahead and populate the values correspondingly. So we're going to say at cell. It's at cell and at column. At cell would hold the values in that position. So we're going to say at cell for each company. We're going to sum the current group sales and we're going to display it. So it's very simple. So let's go ahead and look at the data. So that comes out well. So this is what the first part of this video. So our goal was to transform the data into this part. So just let's go ahead and verify this. So let's see if I still have the data. So I'm going to select Ford Motor Company. So I have two for quarters of $3,000. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's $3,000 for 2015. I don't see anything else. So let's go. So let's take it one step further. So in this example, we're going to take it one step further. You can do reverse it. We can say the company name, and for each year and quarter, we're going to display the total. So we can say start with the for each company. For each group, we can just regroup it by company. Then in the results, in the fields, we're gonna first build the at column by grouping by year, and in the next group we're going to use the current group by quarter. So this way we would get year and quarter, and we're going to concatenate year and quarter. And in the total, we're going to do pretty much the same. The group by cell current year, then we're going to do current year by quarter. So whatever you do on the top, you do the same thing at the bottom, the exception that it's going to be current group. The current group meaning the group within this company. So for each company, we're going to say, I'm going to get the year and total, year and quarter and the total. Pretty straightforward. So let's see how it comes out. So you can see that, for 2000, for motor vehicles, you can see the 2015 is 3000 again. So so this is the next step. So you could you could pretty much try out different combinations here. So I know I quickly glanced through the previous example, but I want to come to this example. So it's pretty much the same exercise, but we are going to use a different approach. So we have a company, which is grouped by company again. Then we're going to have two rows, one for the year and one for the quarter, and we're going to display the total here. So that's the goal. So we will first we'll start with the with basic template. We're going to have a for each group. We're going to regroup it by company, of course. Then let's go ahead and test it out. So I've tested out. Let's go ahead and test it out. So we got the companies. Now let's go ahead and add the year and the quarter. So I have added the year for each group by year. We're going to regroup it by year, and we're going to sort it by year and quarter because we are going to use the quarter again anyway. So let's go ahead and look at the field browser. So I'm going to say add group. I'm going to regroup it, and I'm going to say add column. So we're going to have a result by quarter. So we can display quarter. Let's go ahead and test it out. So we got the years now. Let's go ahead and add the quarter now. So when you add quarter, we have to resplit the data. So we have to add one more for each at column to split further by year and quarter. So then you would use the at cell to fill in the data. So let's go ahead and see how it's being done. So I'm going to look at the first is the header. So I would first populate. So I tried it different ways and I came up with this one. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to split by year at cell year. Then we're going to split by at column in the quarter. And in the values, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to say at column and quarter. So let's go ahead and test it out. So you get to try different combinations to see which one is working. I have tried it out. So in this case, it came out well. The next thing is to fill the values in. So we added the sum of amount. So it's basically the above, similar to what we have done above, but this time will be current group. So for each group at cell current group, and we're going to split it by year. We're going to regroup it by year. Then we're going to regroup it by quarter. So it's the same way as above, but we can use at cell. Then we put the sum of current group, the total sales. So let's go ahead and try it out. So far so good. We have the data, corresponding data properly filled in. So like I can see the quarter one and quarter two. So let's go ahead and add the totals. So pretty much we copied the above statements. Then we have modified it to have the at cell results by year, because that's how we have split up, regrouped it up here, and regroup by quarter, and we're going to sum my current group. Let's go ahead and run this. So we get the total. We have the total, which is 70,000, which is correct. Let's go ahead and build the horizontal total. So I've added the customer total. So let's go ahead and look at the field. So it's basically sum of current group. So let's go ahead and test it out. So that came out well. So that's pretty much it. How do we create a cross-tab report? By using different combinations of for each at cell and at column. I want you guys to try it out, because by trying out, we would know what exactly needs to happen. Um, for all these, it's hard to, so it's easy to build the data up front using the XML, using the generate XML corresponding to what you need, then populate it accordingly. This concludes this video. So feel free to reach me out if there's any questions. As always, if you go down to your zip file, you would see all the files that are relevant to this example. You can try out, and you can, if you get stuck at some point, you can always look at it. So for some reason, if you see something weird, if you see something like an REF here, just go ahead and click on field browser and copy the value back to this C. So if I'm able to duplicate it, I would show it to you. So far I haven't seen it, but if you've seen it, let me know. All right, thank you very much.